Man tries to steal a car, but due to an unexpected reason, he ends up getting locked inside the same car, one he can never escape from, and the reason behind it will completely shock you. This movie is also based on a true event. The movie begins in a high-security area. During this time, a man named Peter is passing through the place. After carefully checking his surroundings and seeing no one nearby, he takes advantage of the opportunity. He easily opens the gate of a nearby parked 4x4 SUV and gets inside. Peter is actually a thief, and he entered the car with the intention of stealing. He doesn't steal the car itself, but he removes the sound system and items kept on the dashboard. While enjoying himself, he even urinates on the back seat. After finishing everything, Peter tries to get out of the car, but the door doesn't open. He tries the other doors as well, but all of them are locked. Peter panics and becomes aggressive. He starts trying to break the windows with full force, even kicking them hard with his feet. But the glass doesn't break, because all the windows are completely bulletproof. Next, Peter breaks the plastic part of the door and tries to unlock it from inside. But in the process, he badly injures his hand. With no other option left, he takes out a gun from his bag and fires at the front windshield. As expected, the bullet reflects back and hits his own leg, making his situation even worse. To stop the bleeding, Peter wraps his t-shirt around the wound. Soon after, a woman comes near the car and uses the glass to fix her lipstick. This is when we realize that the windows are polarized, meaning no one outside can see what's happening inside the car. The woman leaves, completely unaware. Peter then tries to call his wife, but his phone battery dies. Now he is completely trapped. He has no food, and only a small amount of Pepsi to drink. He somehow survives the night. The next day, Peter installs the stolen radio back into the car and plays music to calm himself. He again tries to break out, but during this time, he receives a call. The man on the phone introduces himself as Dr. Enzo Ferrari, the owner of the SUV. He reveals that his car has been stolen 28 times before, and Peter is the 29th thief. Peter begs him to let him out. Enric explains that the car is fully bulletproof, has polarized windows, and is completely controlled by him. Peter angrily abuses Enric and says he is extremely thirsty and suffering from heat. The call disconnects, and suddenly, the act turns on. At first, Peter feels relieved, but Enric didn't turn on the act to help him. It was to torture him. The temperature keeps dropping. Peter puts his shirt back on and tries to block the act vents with his clothes, but the cold becomes unbearable. Later, Enric calls again and tells Peter that he will let him go only if he answers a few questions. He asks, "What would you do if you caught your own son stealing?" Peter says he would scold him and hand him over to the police, but deep down he knows no father could actually do that. After some time, Peter sees a police officer nearby. He screams for help, but no sound escapes the car. The officer inspects the vehicle, issues a fine for illegal tinted windows, and leaves. It starts raining outside, while Peter continues to suffer inside. Later, Enric asks for Peter's name and ID number. After Peter gives the details, Enric allows him to drink water. The water comes through a small pipe from the back of the car. It looks dirty, but Peter drinks it without hesitation due to extreme thirst. Another night passes, and hunger becomes unbearable. Peter sees a delivery boy bringing pizza nearby, but he can't eat anything. A small insect becomes his only companion. Enric then turns on hot air inside the car, worsening Peter's condition. Out of desperation, Peter eats the car's instruction manual. Later, with no water left, he is even forced to drink his own urine. At one point, another thief tries to break into the car, but a man catches him, and the police arrive. Despite all this chaos outside, no one realizes that someone is dying inside the SUV. That night, Peter almost eats the insect but stops himself. Later, a couple arrives and gets intimate near the car. Peter can only watch helplessly. The next day, Enric calls again and tells Peter about a hidden chocolate bar under the dashboard. After eating it, Peter feels slightly better. Peter removes his phone battery and places it in sunlight, hoping it will recharge. After multiple attempts, he manages to make a small hole in the door, but it's too small for sound to escape. Then, Enric reveals shocking news. He mentions Anna and Lionel, Peter's wife and child. Enric tells him that he met his family and lied, saying Peter won $1 in a lottery. Peter becomes furious. When the call ends, his phone briefly turns on. He calls his wife, but she doesn't answer, so he leaves a voicemail before the phone dies again. Later, Peter repeatedly presses the start button, and surprisingly, the car starts. The gear is stuck in reverse, and the car crashes. Peter imagines escaping, going to a cafe, eating food, but it turns out to be just a dream. Completely broken, Peter tries to commit suicide, but the gun is empty. Enric finally arrives in person and sits inside the car. He even brings a joint, as Peter had requested earlier. While Enric is distracted on a phone call, Peter grabs the gun and shoots him. Peter crawls out of the car, trying to escape, but has no strength left to scream for help. Enric survives and drags Peter back, but suddenly, police officers arrive. Soon, reporters and crowds gather. Enric's plan fails. A retired officer named Eustace is brought in to negotiate. Emotional arguments follow. Some people support Enric, while others oppose him. Finally, Enric lets Peter go, but locks himself inside the car. He starts a timer. Moments later, the car explodes. Peter survives. Enric, who lost 28 cars and tried to teach a lesson, ends up committing suicide. Peter, despite his crimes, is released the next day due to lack of evidence. And with this shocking twist, the movie comes to an end. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you in the next one. Take care.